Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna. Welcome back on our one of the show, which was originally it was there almost I can say is maybe 9 months ago, and the music which you have heard it initially starting and all other things. After a long time, you have heard that music, background music and everything. Thank you. Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hindu Dharma, Hindu culture, Hindu belief system. When we started, you have seen that one small video clip was showing the mandir. I hope the sound and everything is coming clear. Yes. So let us, our regular visitors and our regular viewers, you know how to comment. So you comment on the our descriptions or comment box. So then I know what is going on here. But anyway, let's start. So when you have seen that video clip, so olden days, in olden days, the people used to say कि भाई गुजराती भाई रणमा गुलाब કેવી રીતે ઉગે. इन हिंदी में એવું કહે कि भाई रण में कैसे गुलाब खिल सकता है. In English, how can the flower grows into the desert? But today, our Hindu Sanatan Sanskriti, Hindu Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Sanatanism, in a desert, means in UAE, a big temple is going to be inaugurated tomorrow, which is something is very proud moment for us as a Hindu, us as a cultural follower, as a traditional follower. And that is what I said, okay, Bhagavad Gita teach us about the Hinduism, about the culture, about the tradition. In fact, Bhagavad Gita teach us the life itself. Now, when I talk about the Bhagavad Gita and Hinduism combination together, where these two goes together. So that's where we are going to be understand is Bhagwan Sri Krishna's main line is Karamanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu. So your duty is to perform the karma. That's it. The phal, it will come, result will come, fruit will come in your life one day. Ram Mandir, which we have witnessed last month, the Mandir which has built into the United Arab Emirates. These are the things is prove us. Okay, if we do the karma, our belief, our tradition, and if we do not compromise on our ideology, very important is a compromise in ideology, because that's where the problem starts. In Hinduism, we easily compromise in our ideology because we always look the convenient, we always look the our comfort zone, and we always look the our personal benefit over the our next generation benefit. So in this Hindu talk, in this Hindu cultural talk through the Bhagavad Gita will start now. Today I have officially started my all the shows. So now regularly the Monday Bhagavad Gita will also start. I'm working on to when to start Hanuman Chalisa as well. So and astrology also going to start from this Friday. So now things are coming back on the normal. So we're going to talk today as about our strong belief system. Strong belief system means okay, let's come out from the comfort zone. Let's look at out of box. Bhagwan Sri Krishna told Arjun, hey Arjun, think out of box. Do not think away who is front of you, what you're going to do it, what is your skill is, what is your dharma is. Dharma doesn't mean your tag and title. I always says in all my shows. Dharma doesn't mean your tag and title. Dharma means what is your moral duties, moral responsibilities, and moral involvement yourself towards your belief. So morally, what you're supposed to do about your faith, about your dharma, about your culture, morally, then ethically. So these are the two is very important which Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells to the Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita. What is your ethics tells you? What is your morals tells you? Then you perform the karma. You do your duties. You make sure that you're doing the right things. You are a warrior and you are here to protect the dharma. And to protect the dharma, you have to use your skill. I'm here to giving you a lecture, not to tell you what to do, but to remind you what to do. Krishna Bhagavan told Arjun to remind you what to do. Because Arjun was very well known that what to do, he was aware about it because he had a skill. There's no doubt on it. He was a skillful person, so he knew what to do. But he needed reminder what you supposed to do it. So in all our life, in all of us life, very important is we have to get reminder what we supposed to do. As a Hindu, what you supposed to do? That is a question we need to ask. We as an individual today, we need to ask. Today is a Vasant Panchami. How many Hindu household has performed the Saraswati Puja in their house? How many Hindu household has lighted divo or lamp or diya in front of the Saraswati Mata in their house? Question is, we need to ask what we supposed to do. That's a very important. What we supposed to do and what we are doing. Very, very important. We need to ask this question to ourselves. So we supposed to do our basic for our Hindu culture, our Hindu tradition, our Hindu system, our Hindu language, and our Hindu belief system. Basic. I'm not asking more than that. Basic things. So let us start from the basic. So Krishna Bhagavan told Arjun that, what is you supposed to do? What you have to do it, I don't have to tell you. Because you are a warrior, you are Yodha, you are here to win the war, or you are here to do the war. So I don't have to tell you what you're supposed to do. What is your skill to do? But my question to you is, what is you supposed to do and what you are doing? That is dharma. So we as individuals, we have taken birth into the Hindu, as a Hindu. Now what we are doing and what we supposed to do to protect our Hinduism. I'm not saying is to uplift. Upliftment comes when we learn to how to protect our Hinduism. Protect Hinduism from the misguiding, from the false information, from the confusion, from the wrong propaganda, in a self, from the wrong information which always spread around the social media. Many people ask why so digitalizations and why you as individuals are religious leaders are going in a digital world. Because the answer is very important is, if we have to do it, then we have to do it. Because our Hinduism are being misguided through the digital world. Our Hindu youth has been misguided through the digitalization. Under the name of the Hindu, there are the many wrong informations are spreading. And if we as a Hindu leader, if we as a Hindu personality, if we as a Hindu responsible person, if we do not come out, then who's going to do it? And if nobody else is going to do it, then our youth, our young generation, going to be misguided under the name of the Hindu. They will remain always confused. They will remain always into the dilemma. Should we do or shouldn't we do? Why should we do? Why shouldn't we do? These are the questions always they ask, and then nobody have an answer. So who will give answer? We are the people who sitting here will give the answer, and that is why we have stepped into the digital world since the COVID. And actually, it was before COVID, but since the COVID, we as a leader of the spiritual world, we have stepped in and we have came out and working with the digital system to reach out to the more and more youth and reminding them what you supposed to do. What Bhagavad Gita says is to the Arjun, Krishna Bhagavan says to the Arjun, what you supposed to do. So now we can debate about it. Why Krishna Bhagavan choose this platform as a battlefield to ask the Arjun what you're supposed to do? Because that is the spot it was necessary for Krishna Bhagavan to use that. Because Arjun was completely into the dilemma. So now when we are into the situation, so then we have to step in. Then we have to come in. Then we have to work on it. And then itself, not only that, we have to step into the digital world and we have to work towards the digital world and engage to the youth directly through the digitalization. These are the virtual platforms are available. For what? Not for fun, not for the entertainment, not for the joy. These are the virtual platform which we're using. That answer is what we're supposed to do. When I am doing the virtual, so this Shivratri, this will be the virtual Shivratri. I'm going to do all the Abhisheks, Puja and everything virtually. And you all going to be a part of that virtual celebration. When through this celebration, the many youngsters, many youth, many people, in the situation where they have no access to reach out to the temples. Imagine now if your child is staying into the hostel, staying in the university, study, staying into the university campus. Imagine your son is working, staying alone, single, have no access, he has no car, he has no other alternative option on the Shivratri day. That means that he or she not going to celebrate the Shivratri because they have no other option. But one thing they have it in these days, they all have it internet. They all have it access of the YouTube. They all have it access of the social media easily. Maybe they don't have a car. They don't have a transport to reach out to the nearest temple that are understandable. Maybe some senior people, health is not allowing them to reach out to the temple. So when we say virtual celebration, that means these are the people, these are the devotees. They will have an answer to perform the prayers, which is years ago they had no other option. So therefore, through this virtual world, we are reaching out and we reminding, hey guys, you don't have any option to say no. Many times people says, no, I don't have a car, how I'm going to go to the mandir? Oh, I don't have a resources, how I'm going to pray? Oh, I go to the mandir, there's too crowded, I don't want to do it. These are the excuse was given us years ago. But today, there is no excuse. We are reaching out to you. We are coming to you. Why? Because the question we need to ask, what you supposed to do? Bhagavad Gita, Arjun, Krishna Bhagavan asking Arjun, what you supposed to do? What is your Dharma? What is your moral obligations towards your human birth? Let's understand this way. Moral obligations towards your human birth as a Hindu. Let's ask that question to us. Are we doing enough to protect ourselves from the negative elements who is there to misguide you? If we not going to do it, who else going to do it? If we not going to step in, who else going to step in? If we not going to act, who else going to act? These are the questions we need to ask. Many times devotees understand. Many times devotees say, oh no man, Abadi Vastu, these are the things is not too good. and then taking away people from the place of the worship and this. But anyway, let's ask this question: how many people visit the mandir every day? How many people who have real access to reach out to the place of the worship, how many use go, and how many is using that platform to uplift themselves? Percentage wise, I'm not talking about if you are regular, it's fine, but percentage wise, very minimum percentage are visiting the place of the worship. And this challenge we're facing every day. Don't worry about it. I was in a mandir too. And I used to ask this question all the time. What else I can do to bring the people in? And each and every mandir are battling to answer this question. What more they can do to bring the people in the mandir? Why? Because this is the way the misguiding coming. People are misguided through this digital world. Always people says, why must I go to the mandir? I got a mandir in my house. Why? If you got a mandir in your house, then why you are not uplifted yourself? Because you're not following your moral obligations towards your dharma. What is your duty towards your dharma? What is your duty towards yourself and your future generation? Maybe you praying, but is there any way you are sitting with your 3 generation, 2 generation? How many days in a week? Let's ask this question this way. How many days in a week entire family is sit down in your house and then chanting the Hanuman Chalisa 3 times or 2 times front of your Divo place? How many days in a week? Moral obligation towards the dharma. Ethics. What you supposed to do? Bhagavad Gita telling Arjun what you supposed to do. These are the basic things we're supposed to do. I have asked the question, how many people has worshipped the Vasant Panchami Puja today in the house? Yes, but in social media, everybody says, so Vasant Panchami, Vasant Panchami, Vasant Panchami. But the real Vasant Panchami, which is supposed to light the Divo, which is on my website, and everywhere I have put the small article and what you supposed to do minimum, have you done? Today in my talk, my question is that what you supposed to do when you go to the sleep? This question you have to ask yourself. What I supposed to do it? Bhagavad Gita is all about that. Starting from the first chapter, the Bhagavad Gita first chapter, Bhagwan Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna what you supposed to do, why you are here, what is your basic thing, what is your skill, and why you are not following. So as a Hindu, as a faith person, as a devotee of the Bhagwan Sri Krishna, as a devotee of the Bhagwan who we believe, what are we doing for that? How many minutes a day, how many hours a day, how many seconds a day we are spending for our dharma? Look, in the social media you can share 1,000 video, makes no difference. In the social media you can share 100 type of the pictures. That is not your responsibility, because you only sharing, you're not caring. You see, now I'm here to give you a care of the dharma, caring of our religious responsibility. Now it's time for us to act. Now it's time for us to react, and now it's time for us to involve. Our reactions, our actions, and our involvement is very important towards our dharma, because our next generation need that. Our next generation require our action, not our word. Our action is very important. And action starts from the home. And I appeal to all the parents, every single parent, and particularly the people who have small children. From tomorrow, give your family minimum 15 minutes a day, and tell your family members, go to your place of the worship, means your Divo place where you light the lamp. Go to your corner where you have put the Bhagwan in your house. Everybody together, not single person. Because most people says, no, I got a Divo place, I got a lamp morning I go and then I do my prayers, and then after my wife go and my children go. No, that is fine, that you can do it in the morning rush, not an issue. But in evening, you make sure entire family, if the 4 family members of the house, 2 family members, 5 family members, whatever number you staying in the house, no matter what happens, before you have it your final good nights or anything, all together go to that place, say 3 things. Thank you Bhagwan who has given me opportunity. Thank you Bhagwan who has gave me an idea, and thank you Bhagwan who you have gave me a life. You must say thank you to the Bhagwan. Second, chant a minimum 5 times Shiva mantra, which is the Om Trambakam mantra, 3 times Gayatri mantra, 5 times Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva mantra. This all alone will take you a maximum 7 to 9 minutes maximum of your life, and then all you go to the sleep. That's all you need to do it. Let's start somewhere. Today's question is what you supposed to do and what you are doing. So this is I have asked the question and I gave you an answer. What you supposed to do is, this is what you're supposed to do. Not necessary you think, okay, now let my whole family member come and no, that is not an issue. That is not. Whoever staying in the house, you make sure these things is your routine. Even if the guests come to your house, you must ask them to join. Even they coming for the weekend, ask them to join. This routine, this is you supposed to do. Starting basic things for our next generation. Because remember, today what you are understanding about the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad and everything, what you are understanding today, just because this is what your parents was doing. We're not going far, we're going 20 years ago, 25 is 30 years ago. In history, the 30 years ago, this used to be happen. But in 30 years, we have forgot. We have forgot that what you're supposed to do. And that is why I have to remind you today what you're supposed to do. I have to remind you what is your duty. And then I have to remind you that what is our moral obligations. So this is what we have to understand about the Hindu belief, Hindu culture. That is why when I play that video, starting in the desert, UAE, there is a one Sanatan Mandir. 10 years ago, nobody may have thought about it, but that is become a reality. Strong willpower, strategy, and starting. So this is what I am going to tell you is, there's nothing is impossible if you really want to do it. Bhagavad Gita also tells to Bhagavan Sri Krishna telling to the Arjun, if you want to do it, there is nothing impossible. The problem is, if you don't want to do it, I can't do it. I can't help. Even if we as a spiritual leader, if we want to help you, but only we can help you when you want to do it. So if you want to do it, then start now. Start from today. Act. React. Not only react, and also make into the practice. Very important, practice. If you're not going to practice, then you're not going to win it. When we learn about our Bhagavad Gita, so what is the Bhagavad Gita teaching us? Karma. Bhagavad Gita teach us about the life. Bhagavad Gita teach us our moral obligations, moral responsibility, moral duty, our dharma, and very important, Bhagavad Gita teach us is the strong willpower. you can be a skilled person, no doubt on it. You can be a powerful person. You can be a very strong person. If you have a no willpower, then you cannot win it. So the willpower is very important. Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells Arjun that your willpower is very important. Your skill only can come into the action when you have a willpower. So you, as a parent, you have a skill, you have a knowledge, you have a little bit knowledge about your dharma, you have a little bit information about your dharma. So that is your skill. Now many parents tells us, no, my children are not going to do it, my children are not going to understand. So that's where your willpower comes. Do you have a willpower to reach out to them and then speak to them? Willpower is very important. And if you implement your skill with your willpower and communicate and dialogue, very important. In these days, we don't dialogue. We don't communicate with our generation. We don't talk to them. Because we think they're going to feel offended. No, there's nothing to feel offended. But if you do not dialogue, then how are you going to understand what's going on in their mind? Dialogue is very important. Dialogue is very important. You have to talk. You have to keep in touch. You have to be dialogued yourself. Now, what is your dialogue means? Your communication skill, your communication approach towards our dharma. Now, that will make you to learn what is your basic you're supposed to do if you don't know. And if you know, then it will be implement many things. As I told you, these simple things, 10 minutes of your life will change entire environment of your house. Because that's where your dialogue will come. Remember, 10 minutes. I told you, go to the place of the Divo, chant Gayatri Mantra, Shiva Mantra, Om Trambak Mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva Mantra, and say thank you to the Bhagavan. That's it. That's all you need to do it. Nothing else. Simple things. But condition is together. That's where your willpower comes. You don't have to convince. You have to start. One day they're not going to come. Second day they're not going to come. Third day they're not going to come. Fourth day they're not going to come. 11th day they're going to come. If, say for example, if you have 5 members in your house, and then out of the 5, 3 comes and then 2 doesn't come. It's fine, no problem, leave it there. But you must remind them every day. One day that 2 will automatically going to join. Now you're going to say what we must do. So in these days, use the technology. We all got WhatsApp. In communication system has changed. Remember that. So we need to also adopt those systems. No need to feel shy. Remember that. Because these are the people who's misguiding our children. They're using the same communication channels which is you and me don't use to communicate with them. So we all got family WhatsApp group. Okay. Personal family, extended from various groups is fine, but we all got a WhatsApp groups. Every morning you put in that WhatsApp group 2 things. Jai Shri Krishna. No more good morning. Very important. Good morning is fine, but no more. Jai Shri Krishna. And secondly, remind them that today evening we are having a family prayer in the family 10 minutes prayer into the house. Join so and so hour, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time, join us. That's it. Every day you put that message. No problem. Jai Shri Krishna. Any communication in your life, it has to be start with the Jai Shri Krishna. Because these are the small things, but it has big impact in a people's life. Many times I have seen many people write hi, hello, but that is not your that is not as a we as a family, as a we as a Hindu, we're supposed to start as a communication. There's not a way. We have a Jai Shri Krishna, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Many ways you use it. So one thing I can tell you is Jai Shri Krishna is very important. Any communication you start, use the Jai Shri Krishna. Maybe you have a other faith personality, that way you use the all other modern world. I have no problem with it. But as long as you know that there is other person is your friends, family, Hindu, then you must say Jai Shri Krishna. Very important. You will surprise. Let me tell you, you will surprise. This small word Jai Shri Krishna, which I have introduced many years ago. I'm talking about almost 25 years ago. And then all my communications start with the Jai Shri Krishna. It's becoming that in my part of my life, but not part of my life, but it is a part of the many devotees' life as well. And the organizations also using word called Jai Shri Krishna. Very important. The small things. This is small things. But I had asked question years ago in myself, what I supposed to do to uplift the Dharma. Very important. What I supposed to do. So each one have to ask the question is, what I supposed to do it. So what you can do it and what are the options. So when you ask this question to yourself, then you will get answer. What are the options available in front of you? So that I gave you 2-3 options. Basic option, simple option, which you can do it. Jai Shri Krishna. Then light the family prayer every day, 10-minute family prayer time. And then the third option is dialogue, communication. Do not dialogue is in the way where you feel you make somebody offended. No. Why we have to get angry first? Each one have a different views. Doesn't mean that they are wrong. Doesn't mean that they are walking on a different path. If somebody we feel is wrong, then we have to bring it them in our path. We have to reach out to them. We have to understand to them. And if you cannot, then people like us can help you. So that's why I said Bhagavad Gita is very important. Hindu Dharma and Bhagavad Gita have no differences, let me tell you. Bhagavad Gita is the one tool which can teach you about the Hindu Dharma, Hindu culture, Hindu belief system, Hindu ways of the life. That's why I will always say is read the Bhagavad Gita. How many devotees are regularly reading the Bhagavad Gita every day? Very important. Bhagavad Gita we have to teach our children to learn, read. And then those principles of the Bhagavad Gita, if you're going to implement in our life, then you will see the difference automatically. As I said, after 6 months of the gap, I have started my live communications, means live streaming. And many devotees used to ask me, when you're going to start, what you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. So now I have finally started. Today was my first show. This Friday I'm going to be live again about my astrology. Hanuman Chalisa, I'm going to wait 1 or 2 weeks because I need my sound system, which is I don't have it at the moment. So I'm going to look for those systems and cables and wires and all other things. But anyway, hopefully I should be able to manage that things. And then bhajans and everything, which I used to do it. So it's not something new I'm doing. But this talk show, which is I have started today, is going to be continue. I'm going to make a more innovative ways, more informative ways where can help people more and more about the Hinduism and everything. But 3 things going to be continued: Bhagavad Gita every Monday, astrology, and the talk show. Without delaying, Hanuman Chalisa definitely going to be start. If this was the sounding nice, you got my number, you can WhatsApp me after that how it was sounding and everything. So before I end, let me end with the one Hanuman Chalisa. Together all we going to sing the Hanuman Chalisa without music, without any other things, but we going to chant Hanuman Chalisa. So let us close our eyes and just recite the Hanuman Chalisa with me. Om Manojam Marutatulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutamukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prabhade Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijaman Mukur Sudhari Baranau Raghuvar Vimal Jashu Jodayak Falchari बुद्धिहीन तन जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपिसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ सांजे शंकर स्तुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंका जलावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे श्री रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय संजीवन लखन जी आए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति किन्हीं बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत समभाई सहस्त्र बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे अस कहीं श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित अहिंसा यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कभी को विद कर सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपत दिना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवाले होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुख रहे तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनहु लोक हाँकते कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमंत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सो ही अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवाले असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्ध नवनिधि के दाता असबर दीन जान की माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्त न धराई हनुमंत से ही सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमंत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई छूटई बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्ध साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा कीजे नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय रघुवीर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. So devotees, I have started with the Hanuman Chalisa with the blessing of Hanumanji Maharaj. and with your all the support, looking forward where all the next our event and all the talk shows will be successful. In the same time, as you all aware about it, that the virtual Mahashivratri I'm celebrating, my registration form and all the details are out, so you can register yourself. You can be a part of the virtual Mahashivratri and uplift yourself. Tell your children, those who are not able to attend the religious functions nearby the place of the worship, this is the very very important platform which is we giving you, where you can uplift yourself through the virtually. The Shivratri celebrations will be remain as it is, as same how you used to see. I got all the preparations, I got the shivling and everything, all the nice setup, everything will be there. So thank you once again and looking forward your support. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. So we will see you on Friday for astrology talk.